Hello, my name is Dr. Harry Henshaw of Enhanced Healing Counseling in Port Charlotte, Florida, and I would like to welcome you again to my daily video blog. Today we're going to be talking about a very, very important topic, a subject called forgiveness. Forgiveness for many people is very difficult. Many people have difficulties forgiving others, forgiving themselves. And today we're going to take a look at what is the real solution? What can we do to resolve the issue of forgiveness? So that's really the goal that we want to achieve today. And forgiveness is one of the principles of transformation. As some people know, it's principle number 8. Forgiveness is letting go of the past so that you can be in the present. And we're going to talk about that. Behind the problem of forgiveness, and for the solution, is principle number 4. In forgiveness, you see a lot of the principles banding together to help resolve this issue. Principle 4 is that our thoughts and our beliefs are very powerful. And so the solution to forgiveness is really in our thinking pattern, in what we think, what we believe. And today we're going to take a look at that. If a person cannot forgive, if they have difficulties doing it, the problem is that they hold on to the past. They stay stuck in the past. In most cases, many people have resentments of other people. And these resentments get in the way of having healthy relationships, in some cases, with just about anybody. And the reason why forgiveness is detrimental to us, that if we can't forgive, we not only stay stuck, but that means we can't live our life in the present. And in the present is where our power is. It's where we can change, where we can live our life fully. So there's a lot of reasons why forgiveness has to be resolved. Forgiveness, we can talk about it on 2 frames, one with ourselves and one with respect to others. The 2 keys to us giving up forgiveness is to first start to use the principle, which is principle 7. I am doing the best that I can with the knowledge, understanding, and awareness that I have at the moment. So when we start to the things that we think we've done wrong, that we've messed up, we can start to cushion it by saying that we are doing the best that we can. And when we know more, which means knowledge is important, we'll do better. So we won't make as many mistakes. And also, if we make mistakes, we'll know that it has nothing to do with us. But the real principle is principle number 1. I am responsible for everything that I think, say, feel, do, and experience. So if I wrap my head around and accept my responsibility for my life, for everything in my life, then there's really nobody to blame. Because when I start to blame somebody, I'm attempting to shift the responsibility for whatever I'm dealing with to another person. And the truth is, I'm responsible for all of it. It was one of the principles that Louise Hay talked about in her book, You Can Heal Your Life. In fact, it was the first thing that she talked about in the book, in the first paragraph. She said, we are responsible for everything. So when we wrap our heads around those 2 concepts, principle 1 and principle 7, we actually start to let ourselves loose from the past and go into the present, which is where our power is, and it's where we can make changes. But responsibility is the biggie. It helps us to let go of everything, let go of our blame, resentments, about all of that stuff. And with respect to others, it's important for us to understand that principle 7 not only applies to us, that we're doing the best that we can with the knowledge, understanding, and awareness, but everybody else is too. So when somebody does something to us and we take it personally, which is part of the deal, not to take things personally, we're blaming them. We're not accepting the fact that that person is doing the best that they can do at the moment. And the operative words are with the knowledge, understanding, and awareness that they have at the moment. So when we start to use these ideas to start to deal with the issue of forgiveness, we start to get some relief. And slowly but surely, we start to let go of the past. And when we let go of the past, we're able to then bring ourselves into the present. Principle number 5 then becomes active when it says our point of power is in the present moment. And Louise Hay said that really we need to start living our life in the present moment. That's where our power is. That's where we can transform. That's where we will learn how to love ourselves authentically and ultimately get reconnected to source, spirit, higher power, and God. So forgiveness is resolvable. It's about changing our thinking, and mostly about changing our thinking about ourselves and with others. So I hope this has been an informative talk this morning, and that you got something out of it. But forgiveness is something that is workable. It is resolvable, definitely resolvable. And the principles of transformation gives us the knowledge. It really gives us the knowledge to do that work. So again, thank you for coming, and I will see you when I have my next video blog, which should be tomorrow.